On the day everything collapsed, my husband, Tamain, filed for divorce and dragged me into court, claiming I was a worthless wife and mother. He demanded every piece of property we owned and full custody of our little girl. But then, in the middle of that frozen courtroom, a tiny voice broke through the tension. It was our 7-year-old daughter, Zariah. "Your Honor, may I show you something Mommy doesn't know about?" The judge gave a small nod. Zariah stepped forward, lifted her tablet, and pressed play. The moment the video began, the entire room went dead silent. Before we dive in, drop a quick comment below and tell me which city or state you're tuning in from today. And if you enjoy these stories, please hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow so we can keep sharing more. That particular morning started the same way so many others had. Nala was already in the kitchen before sunrise, moving quietly, almost invisibly. The smell of fresh coffee blended with the faint scent of laundry soap tumbling in the background. She had perfected the art of being silent in her own home, years of practice to avoid setting off her husband's temper. At exactly 6, Tamain came downstairs, crisp shirt, perfect posture. Nala placed his black coffee and breakfast plate in front of him, without a word. He sat, grabbed the mug, eyes glued to his phone. "Coffee's bitter again," he muttered. "I'm sorry, I thought I got it right this time," Nala answered softly. No reply. He pushed the plate slightly away and ate a few bites in silence. Nala stood nearby, waiting in case he needed anything else. Nothing came. The quiet between them felt thick and icy. She couldn't remember the last time they'd laughed over breakfast, maybe 3 years ago, before the late nights and endless business trips began. "Is Zariah awake?" Tamain asked, still staring at his screen. "Yes, she's in the shower. She'll be down soon." Sure enough, late footsteps pattered down the stairs. Zariah burst into the kitchen in her school uniform, all sunshine and energy. "Good morning, Mommy. Good morning, Daddy." She kissed Nala's cheek, then ran to Tamain. For once, he looked up, offered his daughter a small, practiced smile. "Morning, Princess. Eat up. Daddy's driving you to school today." "Really? Yay!" Zariah beamed. Nala let out a quiet breath of relief. At least in front of their daughter, Tamain still pretended. Breakfast passed quickly. As soon as Zariah finished, Tamain stood, grabbed his briefcase, kissed his daughter's forehead, and walked straight past Nala like she was invisible. No goodbye, no glance, just the roar of his car fading down the street. After they left, Nala cleaned, washed dishes, folded laundry, straightened rooms, everything perfect, the way she always did. She still hoped that if the house was flawless, if she was quiet enough, the man she married years ago might come back. But he never did. Around noon, she picked Zariah up from school, her favorite part of every day. "Mommy, I got 5 gold stars today. I answered the question perfectly." "That's my brilliant girl," Nala said, gently squeezing her little nose. When they got home, as Nala helped Zariah slip off her shoes, a motorcycle engine rumbled outside. "Nala, package for you," the courier called. Confused, she accepted the thick brown envelope. No return address, just a law firm logo in the corner. Her stomach twisted. After Zariah ran off to change, Nala sat on the couch and tore it open with shaking hands. The top line hit like a punch. Petition for dissolution of marriage. Plaintiff, Tamain. Defendant, Nala. Grounds, total failure to fulfill marital duties. The room spun. She kept reading, each demand more brutal than the last. Full custody of Zariah, allegations that Nala was emotionally unstable and harmful to Zariah's development, claim to every asset, including the house, because Nala contributed nothing financially. She sank to the floor, papers scattered around her. That was why he had been so cold, so distant. This had been planned for months. The front door opened. Tamain stood there, staring down at her, then at the papers. His face showed no remorse. What is this?" Nala's voice cracked. Tamain removed his shoes slowly. "Exactly what it says. I'm done. You failed, as a wife, as a mother." "I failed?" she whispered. "I gave up everything for this family, for Zariah, for you." Taking care of the house, he sneered. You've just been spending my money. Zariah deserves better than someone who cries and complains all day. But the house, Zariah, you can't take her from me. I can and I will. My lawyer has everything lined up. You'll walk away with nothing. He crouched, his eyes cold and venomous. And get ready, your own daughter is going to testify about what a terrible mother you are. Nala's world shattered. That night, she barely slept. Tamain locked himself in the guest room. Nala sat beside Zariah's bed, watching her sleep, tears falling endlessly. How could he poison their daughter against her? The next morning, he acted normal, woke Zariah, dressed her, and drove her to school. To Nala, he said nothing. When Zariah asked why Mommy's eyes were swollen, Tamain shrugged. Mommy isn't feeling well, princess. After they left, panic swallowed Nala. She searched for lawyers, but quickly realized the truth. She had no money of her own. For years, Tamain had controlled everything, giving her only a small monthly allowance. She checked their joint emergency account. $0. Every cent had been drained over the past 6 months, transferred somewhere she couldn't trace. Even her wedding jewelry was gone from the box. Desperate, she called an old friend who worked in legal aid. The friend gave her one name, Attorney Abernathy. Small office, not expensive, but honest. Nala took her last bit of cash, caught a cab, and went. The office was humble, tucked above an old strip mall. Attorney Abernathy listened quietly, took notes, and sighed when she finished. This won't be easy, Nala. Your husband planned every detail. He doesn't just want out, he wants to obliterate you. I don't care about the money. I just want my daughter. Please help me. Let's worry about payment later. Right now, we need to move fast. He pulled out copies of Tamain's filing, photos of a messy house, credit card statements showing luxury purchases Nala never made, a damning report from a child psychologist named Dr. Valencia claiming Nala was emotionally unstable and harmful to Zariah's development. Nala felt sick. Those photos were taken when she had a high fever for 3 days and could barely stand. The credit card? Jermaine had used it constantly, saying his own card was maxed out. And the psychologist, Nala had never met the woman. Then came the worst part of living in that house after the filing. Tremaine stayed, moved to the guest room, acted like the perfect father in front of Zariah, brought gifts, came home early, bought her a fancy new tablet. He was buying her love, and every time Nala tried to parent, he undermined her in subtle, cruel ways. The soup's too salty again, honey. Maybe we'll order takeout tomorrow. Let Daddy help with homework. Mommy makes it too confusing. Nala felt herself shrinking, disappearing inside her own home. One night, she slipped into Zariah's room to check on her. The new tablet sat on the desk, but under the pillow, Zariah clutched the old cracked one, the cheap one Nala always told her was dangerous. Nala didn't understand why. She would, soon. The trial days were brutal. Tremaine's lawyer, Cromwell, presented the staged evidence with confidence. Photos, statements, the expert, Dr. Valencia, elegant, professional, convincing, and the same perfume Nala had smelled on Tremaine's shirt weeks earlier. When Valencia testified, Nala's heart stopped. She watched the woman describe observed moments of Nala being volatile, neglectful, hysterical, every example twisted beyond recognition. Nala's cross-examination was worse. Cromwell baited her, provoked her until she snapped, exactly as planned. The judge saw tears, raised voice, emotion. The image was complete. Unstable mother. Nala left that day certain she had lost everything. The night before the verdict, she sat on Zariah's bed, stroking her hair, whispering how much she loved her. Under the pillow, the corner of the cracked tablet poked out again. She didn't know it yet, but that broken little device held the truth that would change everything. The verdict hearing arrived. The courtroom felt like ice. Tremaine looked smug. Valencia sat in the gallery, poised and victorious. Cromwell gave a polished closing. Abernathy gave a heartfelt one. The judge began reading. He listed the evidence against Nala. Photos, finances, expert opinion. Nala closed her eyes, waiting for the final blow. Then, a small voice sliced through the silence. "Stop!" Zariah stood in the doorway, school uniform wrinkled, tablet in hand. Tremaine's face drained of color. The judge silenced the chaos. Zariah walked forward. "Your Honor, can I show you something my mommy doesn't know?" The judge agreed. The cracked tablet was connected to the court screens. Zariah pressed play. The video showed Tremaine and Valencia laughing, kissing, plotting in their own living room, confessing to draining the accounts, confessing to framing Nala, confessing to provoking her so she would look unstable, confessing that Zariah would forget her mother with enough gifts. The room erupted. Tremaine lunged toward the clerk. Guards stopped him. Valencia tried to run. Guards blocked her. The judge ordered arrests. In minutes, the entire scheme collapsed. The divorce petition was thrown out. Full custody went to Nala. All stolen assets were frozen and ordered returned. Tremaine and Valencia were arrested on the spot. Cromwell's license would soon follow. Months later, headlines faded. Nala sold the big, cold house. She bought a cozy apartment filled with warmth and laughter. She started a small catering business. People raved about her cooking. One sunny afternoon in the park, Zariah ran over, hands dirty from planting flowers. Nala smiled. "Princess, why did you record that video?" Zariah looked up with clear, honest eyes. "Because I didn't like Auntie Valencia. She said mean things about you when you weren't looking, and Daddy hugged her. I got scared, so I hid and recorded it. Mommy always said, if bad people come, you need proof." Nala's throat tightened. "And why didn't you tell me sooner?" Zariah looked down. "Daddy said Mommy shouldn't know, so I kept it secret. I didn't want him to be mad at me." Nala pulled her close. "And why show it in court?" Zariah's eyes filled with tears. "Because they were going to take me away from you. And you're not bad, Mommy. You're the best mommy ever. I couldn't let them win." Nala held her daughter so tightly, crying happy tears. She had never failed. She had raised a quiet, brave, brilliant little girl, a girl who saw the truth, a girl who saved her.